Debate over the death penalty is always difficult. Even Christians disagree. The National Association of Evangelicals is changing its position. For 40 years, it favored capital punishment, but now the NAE is changing its stance. Here to explain the revision is Reverend Samuel Rodriguez with the National Hispanic Christian Leadership Conference and board member of the NAE. Reverend, thanks for your time.
Well, the revision is more of a pivot as it pertains to creating space for those that may disagree with the death penalty. It is not a de jure radical shift opposing the death penalty, but it is a revision which provides space for denominational members and individual members, church members, the constituency of the association, to basically acknowledge the fact that times are changing. And on the death penalty, there are those that agree and disagree. So it's providing a safe space for dialogue and conversation.
Why the change? Why is it important?
Well, I think demographically speaking, and as it pertains to the current, or better yet, recent developments of the death penalty, we have seen a number of very egregious examples of executions going wrong, for lack of a better phrase. In addition to that, the justice disparity with ethnic groups, Latinos, African Americans who are involved in the prison system of America, who do not have the same resources that others in our citizenry do have to defend themselves. And we have seen, as a result of DNA testing, that a number of individuals have been executed who should never have been executed. They never committed the crimes in the first place. With all that being said, I believe it's the continuity of a very holistic life ethos. If you are staunchly pro-life like I am, and I'm speaking on behalf of myself right now, not any organization that I serve or represent, but because of my staunch life commitment, my commitment to life in and out of the womb, and I am staunchly pro-life, I believe that we need to reevaluate our staunch support of the death penalty, even from a punitive standpoint. There are those of us that believe that if serving 30, 40, 50, 70, 80, or the rest of your life in jail is a lot more punitive as it pertains to consequences for egregious crimes that may be committed. So with all that being said, millennial Christians have a more holistic life optic and baby boomer Christians than other Christians that are out there. So with that being said, there's a shift demographically, a shift ideologically, and you see many conservative Republican governors, even in America today, reconsidering the death penalty. So it's definitely not a liberal or conservative issue. It's more of a 21st century Christian evangelical ethos as it pertains to the continuity of a life platform.
Does the NAE see a reasoning in the scriptures for this change?
Again, I'm going to speak on my behalf. I'm serving on the board of the NAE. I do know that it's been a very well-processed moment coming to the understanding that there are many denominations within the NAE that no longer strongly embrace a firm commitment to the death penalty or have serious angst with the death penalty. So I would argue the scriptural basis would be the spirit of John 17, would be having unity, being one. And if not every single denomination or member, or if the evangelical community at large is not wholeheartedly in support of the death penalty, then it behooves us as a movement to create safe space for furthering the conversation on a matter that is so difficult for many on an individual basis, on a church basis, on a denominational basis.
Reverend Rodriguez, we appreciate your insights.
Thank you for having me.